Puff was hit with a 40 rule because it's called a Rule 40, because he didn't show up at the agent's office in DC. The New York agent arrested him.
You got to be Big though.
Yeah, he said.
I was on tour with Big. Me, Mike Geronimo, Big, Craig Mack.
Crazy.
He was Mike Geronimo DJ?
I put the nigga on.
I'm asking you at the time. Come on, calm down. Calm down. We know where this is going. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go there.
Hey.
The first meeting I ever had, I was like, we got to sign DMX, and they laughed at me.
Irv Gotti just dropped a bomb on Diddy, and it's got the whole industry shaking. We're talking about some major footage that's about to turn Diddy's world upside down. This isn't a little scandal. The streets are saying that this could be the end of Diddy. As we know him, everything from friendships to music businesses to the mogul life is on the chopping block. You know Diddy's always been about that mogul life, right? Well, this footage might just be the thing to bring all that crumbling down the man's building empire, but it looks like Irv Gotti might have the wrecking ball as Diddy's reign over. Only time will tell, but things aren't looking good for him right now.
Well, see, if I'm in the car with Kirk Burrows and him and our driver, and we go down to 26 Federal Plaza, I know 26 Federal Plaza is the FBI office. All right? Now, what they went down there and what paperwork they took down there, I did not know until I found out later that he was working with an agent in DC, but he was arrested by an agent in New York. But I can't go into it, and the reason I can't go into it is because another individual found out this information and it's owed to him. But when Fox News and everybody say they can't find out who the agent is, that's bullshit. It's online. If you got certain systems that you could find out who the agent is, because we found out who the agent is, but it's not my story to tell. I would tell you that, brother, but it's not my story to tell. It belongs to somebody else, and they're gonna see it come out. Puff was hit with a 40 rule because it's called a Rule 40. Because he didn't show up at the agent's office in DC. The New York agent arrested him. He got adjudicated of all charges in January of 1999. Was it 99? I think it was 99 when he got 99 or 90. Was it 90? It was January of 90. It was either 96 or 99. I wish I could tell you more about it, stuff like that, but I don't have the paperwork in front of me. But when they tell you they can't find out the agent, he's a director now here in New York. It's true. He was hit with a Rule 40 for not showing up to the agent in DC, and the agent in New York arrested him and charged him, and they end up throwing it out and sealing the case. That's when, and that's how I figured that he was working with the FBI.
And around this time when you found out that Diddy, he was an informant, you said that, you know, Diddy, he told the feds that Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince was trying to make a company together?
Well, what happened is that Suge Knight was trying to meet up with Dame Dash, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, Eric B. No, they was trying to get a distribution company. You know what I'm saying? Distribute, publish their own music. They was trying to bring their money together and do that. And what I know of is that, and Jay-Z was a part of this, because I heard Suge probably spoke on this too, that Jay-Z and Puff had somebody write something up to say that they was trying to monopolize, get a monopoly on the industry and start their own distribution company. And they told the higher ups And that's when all those companies start going down. Start coming up with federal charges and all kinds of, things that's happened to them. You seen it with Irv Gotti and them. You seen it with Rockefeller breaking up and all that shit like that. That's what I was talking about.
In a startling change of course following the publication of bombshell film by music mogul Irv Gotti that has left nobody other than Shay, the hip-hop world is a flurry of furious speculation. Diddy in complete panic mode, even though it's unclear exactly what was in the video when it was released late last night. It has already caused controversy and rekindled long-standing conflicts in the profession. The film appears to contain evidence that could potentially damage Diddy's reputation, according to persons close to the matter who are speaking to under wraps. Fans and industry insiders are preparing for what could be a monumental scandal involving one of the most prominent men in music history. Gotti, who is well known for his no-nonsense demeanor and close connections to the business, released the video without much notice, prompting many to speculate as to what spurred the action. Although Gotti has never shied away from controversy, Diddy seems to have taken umbrage with this most recent news. Some of Diddy's most closely kept secrets are purported to be included in the film, which is said to go back several years.
Bad.
He'll be doing shows in the afterlife. You hear me? This
Shit, who you gonna call?
he gotta keep working. And they got the vig running. They got the juice running. It's interesting all that. You wanna know how? True story. You wanna know how they got Gladys Knight's show down there?
Please.
Gladys never wanted to do a Vegas show. She had no reason to. She's Gladys Knight. Want to know why she had to go back to work? Her husband. The very man that gave Aaliyah over to Robert Kelly. Barry Hankerson. Ran through all her cash, up everything. She went on tour, came home to realize she was about to lose everything, even that chicken and waffles restaurant in Atlanta. What a lot of people don't know about Gladys Knight is that she's a card player. She's a good one. She can play poker with the boys. Her, Anita Baker, they mean with them cards. She almost earned it back. She needed, 1.7 million. She had almost made it to 2, and then she cracked 2, and then they turned it on and they took it all back. She almost had it. If she had stopped, she could have paid off almost all of her debt except for maybe like $10,000, but she could have done one show. Then she kept working, and then they had to get her up from the table. They came and they walked her into the back cage, and they offered her the show because she went from almost breaking even on her debts that she came there to win to owing them $6 million in 2 days. Damn. Okay. So the deal that they made with her was that she would come and do a show. The first year, Gladys Knight didn't even get paid. Bubba got paid, and the other players in the show, but Gladys didn't get a salary. She was able to shop for free at the cachet shop. And she had her suite. All of her meals and everything was taken care of. They didn't pay her a dime, not for that first year. And then it was sold out, if you remember. Gladys' show in Vegas was sold out for quite some time, for a couple of years. So she stayed so she could actually earn. But that first year was free. She had to pay that debt.
Wow.
The casinos are set up to do that. That's what they do with entertainers. They get you in debt, so you have to keep working. With Bruno Mars having the kind of problems that he's having, and Silk Sonic being the vehicle for Anderson .Paak's future, what does this say for Anderson .Paak? Especially if through grief he found sobriety, and now you're around someone who's snorting this shit in front of you all day, all night. Who you have to be around because this is the deal, right? What does that sound like to y'all?
Yeah, it sounds like Anderson .Paak.
That's like saying we're gonna do an intervention for Diddy and we're gonna make him and R. Kelly roommates. Are you kidding me?
Now, so let's talk about it then, because right now, Jag, in the world, and we're gonna move around this, but let's just first and foremost stay on Kamala Harris.
What about him?
Right now, she is, of course, pushed forward as the nominee for the president of the United States.
Biden ain't dead yet.
He ain't dead yet. And then you see this.
It doesn't matter of opinion.
No. I look at it like the story. Like when I see them throw out Montel Williams and Kamala Harris being his date, and
His date.
I don't know what he was to her.
There was a lot more than dating. Unless you talking about all the money he gave her.
Oh shit.
That would be a professional date. Look, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna stick to the Cardi B way. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B said the other day, Kamala Harris the way all the way to the top, and she proud of her. And go Ma, go White House. That's what Cardi B said.
Okay. What do you think her chances are to become the first black woman president?
Sure, you want to ask me this?
Yes.
Okay. When they first put her on the ticket, I was hopeful. 3 months into her tenure as vice president, I had lunch with someone who worked in her office. I was less confident. I mean, why did they hate so bad on Sarah Palin if we was gonna get Kamala?
They did hit it. I mean, I think it was that Alaska.
Like,
Russia.
if he was just gonna get a dumb, why didn't we just do it the first time? And I'm not saying that to be mean. She knows what they're doing. She knows that everything that she's involved in right now is a lie. She's being a complicit, a working part in defrauding the American public and lying to them.
Fans quickly made assumptions about the video's contents as soon as it started to circulate online, with many pointing to Diddy's ongoing feuds and dubious business activities as likely targets of the expose. Forces close to the rapper claim that Diddy is in full-blown panic mode and is working to contain the fallout before it escalates. Additional legal teams have reportedly been mobilized, and efforts are being made to remove the footage from various platforms. However, in the fast-paced digital age of today, once something like this goes viral, it's practically impossible to stop the wave of rumors and speculation. Diddy's team was quick to respond to the situation. Insiders suggest that the footage may involve personal or professional misconduct, and Diddy, who has spent decades cultivating a carefully curated image, finds himself at the center of a storm that could unravel everything he has built. Diddy and his representatives have not released an official statement. Given Gotti's past run-ins with the hip-hop elite, a lot of people think that this move was years.
If it's about liars, can't we just stick with the white ones? Why do we need to know that there's black liars too? Like, let's just do the white liars. Why do we need people of color with the lies? You know what I'm saying? Because like Barack Obama, he fucked it up for everybody. You know, and I said that. I said I didn't want him in office. I said I didn't because I'm like, he makes one mistake and they're gonna hang it on him, and he's gonna be the reason why they're never gonna want another black. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be honest. The matter, the popular vote is to keep us busy. The electoral vote has been bought and paid for centuries now at this point. Like,
do you think more is gonna come out about her past? It seems like she's already been vetted for vice president.
That we just skip it all. I think we should skip it. I think it's clear we are not prepared. I think they should stop fronting, just declare martial law like they want to, and put the tanks in the street, and then say fuck. You know, it's militia time. Let's do it. I'm into it.
So, would you prefer Biden keep running, or do you feel like he has?
I would prefer they tell the truth that that's damn robot.
I've been seeing videos.
I'm understanding why Trump calls him Sleepy Joe, because Joe Biden sleeps with the fishes. That makes perfect sense.
That's been trending lately on Twitter. X. That's been trending lately.
I'm just saying. He looked and turned and said to everybody, he's the Manchurian candidate. Like, what? Like, it's almost like he was ready to grab the kid. Can't you see this ain't real?
Yeah. They've been trying to break this down, showing his neck and things and the way
What about his neck?
They say, it looks like it's...
He got a hickey.
Oh, shit, I ain't say that. But
That's what it looked like to me, because it definitely doesn't look like he was shot. I know firearms. I know guns. I know
you talking about Trump? Ooh.
Yeah, I know the kind of gun they said that he was. Oh, you was talking about something
yeah,
else.
no,
My bad. Let's stay off of that.
No. Let's hit that. AR-15. Young Timothy
He
Crook.
would have looked like God slapped the out of him. He would have been purple and black and blue, as many colors as he turned. He should have looked like at least like Mikhail, what was it, the Gorbachev?
Yeah.
Like on the side of his face. He should have had the Gorbachev.
Yeah.
That would have brought a lot of blood to the fore, and it would have tore something off. You gotta remember when I told y'all about my life story that brought me so much fodder from my past. But when I was telling y'all about my boyfriend Anthony, the one that I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I don't believe it, but I dig it. I understand it, 9/11, it worked wonders for GW. I'm sure, him, this shooting is gonna work great for him. I mean, it was hard to rally support before, especially after the whole black jobs thing.
Well,
Yeah. Like he was really, really, really losing favor. He was down in the polls. His points weren't pointing. And now things are looking better for the Trumpster. Everyone should have known when Melania started speaking in perfect English in her address to the nation.
Biggest facts. What do you say when you see...
She copied all of Michelle Obama's book and put her name on it.
Put her name right on it. And damn it, just...
Who wrote that? And I want to think the American that can barely speak in English to order a Russian meal. I don't get it.
Someone wrote it. So let me ask you, when you see Trump stand up...
This is the best show ever. Like, we need to stop calling America a country and we need to call it a television network.
That'd be nice. A good reality show.
The American Television Network, and everybody is a reality TV star.
Do you think Trump putting that fist in there, that black power fist in there?
I mean, that's how I usually get a sign for when I'm ready for a song to end. That's, that's what most band leaders do. When they talk about bring it home, close the song out, they put the fist up. Now the question is, did he get it up early or late?
Over the years, there have been tales of power struggles, industry beefs, and behind-the-scenes drama between Gotti and Diddy. Could this footage be the result of years of friction between the two? Or is there something much more sinister? Viewers are left wondering as there aren't many details available throughout the play. While some fans are quick to dismiss the footage as sensationalism, others are adamant that this time the stakes are higher than ever. The question on everyone's mind is simple: what could be so explosive in the footage that it has caused such controversy? Meanwhile, the online community is having a field day with memes, hashtags, and debates about Diddy's fate taking over social media. Many are drawing comparisons to past scandals that rocked the hip-hop world. One of the biggest names in music, Diddy, is going into panic mode. It's no secret that Diddy has been involved in a number of scandals throughout the years.
About it at a house party in the Hamptons.
Oh, wow.
At Diddy's house.
Oh. Not the super. Shit.
It viraled out real fast. But about 150 people died in 2 months of the super HIV, which they said was linked to overly promiscuous sexual activity mixed with drugs and it had a chemical reaction that turned this HIV into full-blown AIDS within 48 hours.
Damn.
They all just died.
Yeah.
Diddy's house. Yeah. Freak out.
Yeah, it seems to be more lawsuits coming out, men and women now. It just gets crazy and crazier.
What'd I say? They gonna drug you.
Yeah, we have...
They gonna put that 2C on you. And let the good times roll, baby.
Yeah, we have Omar Gooding coming in a couple days. You know,
Really?
that's Cuba Gooding
That's
Jr.
interesting.
Yeah, and
No, it's very interesting because one of the weird from the troll farm, her ex-husband is filming Omar Gooding's podcast in LA.
Oh, okay.
She's a real too. She's connected to Roxanne Mack Johnson, Craig Mack's widow, who's also a bad boy victim. Isn't that interesting?
It's like
and
6
he's
degrees
coming
of
here.
separation. Yeah, he'll be here.
What's he gonna do? Try to convince everybody that his brother ain't a Diddy doo-wop bop?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm assuming he'll
I can
try.
tell you what he won't talk about. His very close relationship with John Singleton, who was very homosexual. And Omar did a lot to get that role for Baby Boy.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I was told by John Singleton's ex-girlfriend who ended up marrying a friend of mine. She doesn't remember. She was drunk. We were at a dinner party. But apparently there were things that Tyrese wasn't willing to do for John Singleton, and Omar was willing to do it all.
Damn. Hollywood.
Diddy, do, wop, bop.
Wow. Okay.
His brother did all that. His brother did all that shit. Everybody know it. Cuban been running around here, playing radio and playing he get good radio. He get good dope when he wants to, don't he? And then he come back, let me help you on some Jerry Maguire shit with it. Like he be, you know, do you remember when his dad died a few years back? It was a little odd because they said how they found him. He was high in the car. They found him in the car, drugged out.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they glossed right over that.
Wow.
A few years ago.
Damn.
Cuba Gooding's dad. You know, his father was a musician.
Didn't know that either.
Professional artist. He used his music ties to get his boys into Hollywood. And they spent time around Quincy Jones.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Can I ask you?
Tell Omar I said to tell Ascari Films. Tell his the fuck.
Okay, we'll probably play it for him.
Or maybe you can just remind him how I deal with nosy podcast mother who want to come around here, sniffing around here, trying to find a way to see if they. Omar, back the off. Stand down. That Ascari his is all. She makes goddamn credit cards with an embroidery machine. These are the kind of people you doing business with, Omar?
He's weathered many storms in his life, from legal battles to interpersonal conflicts, but this one feels different. Vogt's deliberate distribution of this video has left Diddy, who has usually maintained control, in an unusual position of vulnerability. The unexpected vulnerability has fans and insiders wondering what kind of response he'll provide. Industry insiders are also closely monitoring the release window to see if Diddy can weather the storm and save his empire, or if we are seeing the start of his demise amidst the mayhem. VX has been working on a number of personal projects, so some are asking if the release of this clip is a part of a bigger strategy to promote his next ventures. Some people think that Diddy is being targeted personally, and that Gotti is using the footage to settle old scores with him. Regardless, the release of the video has had a significant impact on the industry, with executives and other artists closely monitoring the situation. As the drama continues, many are wondering what action Diddy will take next.
How he sold all of their publishing rights to that weirdo vampire Lucian Grange, and he sat there, I don't have to worry about BET because I know people like Lucian Grange. So did Diddy. Did he you too? Like, it's just
Man.
I wouldn't be bragging. I said that when he did the Drink Champs. I said it. Irv, that's not a flex. Bragging about Lucian Grange hooking you up don't look so good right now, do it? That ain't aging all that well. Because everybody know that Lucian has been Diddy and the Sean Carter. They sugar babies. So what the you? I'm just curious with the Diddy doo-wop and the bop. All I can say is this: when you're used to bitches giving you all kinds of affection and and then you don't become as popular as you get older, you still expect for people to treat you the way they treated you when you was really popping. You these want to accept they ain't popping like that no more. They used to the girls. Yo, let me get some, suck my baby. Oh yeah. And that is like, well, I don't really feel like it. He said it looking like 5 years ago, bitch. You been on your knees.
Yeah.
You know. Now you got ego involved.
Yeah.
Now if he has to ask more than 3 or 4 times, and you throw a little cocaine in there, and you throw a little alcohol in there, and you throw a DMX video in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want my sloppy toppy. I want it now.
Okay.
I tell you one thing. Y'all need to stop forcing to suck your dick.
Yes, sir.
It's just not cute. If you gotta force a bitch to do it, then your dick is probably just not very suckable. Which means you was always paying for it, whether they were asking or you were just leaving it on the nightstand. Like, there's so much prostitution threaded through all of this entertainment industry that's covered with, oh, well, that's what you have to do to make the boss happy, or that's how you get the, no, it's prostitution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all of this transactional.
Yeah.
Like, I still can't believe people want to believe the Tank is straight. How is he any different than any other down low church boy anyone's ever met? Number one, people are forgetting this is another bite-sized hero. Tank is only about 5'5". You know? Like they gotta think about that. Would you really be lusting over that? The camera play wasn't so dope. Would you really be thinking that everything at 5'5"? Like, you can never wear heels with him. Or just, get the, are you sure he ain't in the you know what I'm saying? Like,
so I have to ask, because that's like almost like a Napoleon complex when you.
Oh, definitely.
So what would you call like what Chris Brown has? He comes to Dallas and allegedly he swings off on.
He came to Fort Worth.
Yeah, well, I don't know where they were at.
County is not Dallas.
Yeah, I don't even know where they were at. He was in Texas somewhere. And
he's
now
over at Funky Town.
Yeah, now he's hit with a lawsuit of whooping ass.
Whose ass? Like, I'm still trying to understand the details.
Yeah, somebody from his past who maybe threw up a C versus a B. I don't know.
It sounds like they were just looking for something else, because ever since I started exposing that maybe Rihanna was trafficked and used as the Megan Thee Stallion to take down Chris Brown, like they used Megan Thee Stallion to take down Tory Lanez, maybe they just gotta find something else to with him.
Yeah. And you gave him his flowers last interview, and now
I wish I could give him a break.
Yeah. Let me ask
He's the best of his generation. He is the best. Why is Usher getting lifetime fucking achievement awards for keeping secrets and getting his ass batter-rammed? Like, I don't understand. These aren't this is not an achievement. Like, this is not a lifetime. What is your lifetime? Your lifetime is getting by Diddy and everybody else. Your lifetime is knowing that little boy drowned out there, and you didn't want to say anything because they're holding you hostage with all the shit she knew about you. You ain't even give a that kid. Like, I'm just tired. Let's go through Usher. Let's get that done. Why Donald Glover got to stand there and say, why am I not black enough to have more BET awards than Sam Smith? How Sam Smith got the same amount of awards as me and he ain't no.
It's evident that Diddy isn't going down without a fight, but some are thinking that if the video shows personal or professional misbehavior, Diddy may have to deal with more than just the legal ramifications of the film. In a world where reputations can be shattered in an instant, Diddy can encounter strong criticism from his supporters as well as from colleagues in the business. The release of this footage also raises more serious concerns about the culture of secrecy and power within the hip-hop industry. For years, figures like Diddy have operated in an exclusive world, keeping their actions hidden from the public eye, but in the age of social media and instant access to information, Diddy is treading dangerous ground, and pressure is mounting.
And I don't want to bring this guy's story up because it's old, and I know he's trying to live past it, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Ray Rice, his wife, spit in his face, and he did what he did on that elevator. He ain't played one football game after that, nowhere that I know of. He may have went overseas and played or something like that. I don't know that to be true. But he didn't play in the NFL, a hell of a running back. He ain't played not one down in the NFL after that. No endorsements. Nobody's going to have anything to do with old boy. And when they come out with this other stuff, he gonna come back to work. I wouldn't be surprised if he do the ultimate sin, his suicide. Because bruh, he's such a narcissistic that he couldn't stand not being somewhere and not being seen. His whole life, his whole career was about him being seen in the public. It was about him, taking everybody else's dreams and making them his. And now, him nor his kids would profit from anything from Bad Boy or Sean Puffy Combs again. His kids is gonna suffer behind this.
Wow, man, that's crazy to hear, man. And knowing Diddy, you think it's a good chance he might take his life?
He was talking about taking his life at the City College thing. Yo, D. Ferg, ASAP Ferg father, say, yo, man, we gotta watch him, man. This nigga talking about killing himself. I say, so let him. If you're that weak, I said, let him. And he said, Eugene, why you say that? I said, man, listen to me, man. He ain't no good to nobody if he talking about hurting himself. His life don't belong to him. His life belong to God. What he should be trying to do right now is work his way towards God now, for real, and not that devil he been worshiping. That those people got him believing, you understand, that's the true God. Because everything from what I know, since I've been around him, everything that's gone forward has been that of the devil. The drugs, the alcohol, the partying, everything has been of the devil. And he's been leading not only himself, our people, into some kind of damnation through his actions.
Yeah, I'm just in disbelief, man. I mean, to see his downfall. I mean, he been on a long run, man. So, to see this is crazy, man. I mean, how long has he been famous?
Nah, so you gotta realize he didn't get his fame until after he made that, remember, you gotta remember this, Mighty. I said he made the atmosphere for Pac to die. He made the atmosphere for Big to die. He created the atmosphere, you understand, for Suge Knight to go to jail, because that's what came out of his mouth. So that didn't happen. His fame he didn't really come famous until after the death of Tupac and the Notorious Big, brother. So that's like 97. He went on that whole Bad Boy tour with the #1 song in the world, Missing You, where he stole the theme from Sting and the music from Source Money, the lyrics from Source Money. Didn't even want to pay that man his money. Waited all those years to pay that man his money. He was stealing people's dreams, man. He's the cause of a lot of people's death, and people ain't gonna see it the way I see it. But when you steal somebody's dreams, Black Rob probably could have changed his life. Probably could have changed the way he thought. Probably could have changed the way he was doing business if he wouldn't have stole G-Dep from him.
Nothing is safe to reveal. As viewers and critics alike continue to analyze the film, Al Longvoirt's clip serves as a sobering reminder that the truth always finds a way to surface, no matter how deeply it's buried. The public is left wondering how this will all work out and whether the footage signals the end of Diddy's reign. But one thing is certain: the world of hip-hop will never be the same after the fallout from V. Gotti's explosive footage. Diddy was forced to contain the issue.
If he would have treated Craig Mack in the correct way and not try to steal his music, use him in the way that he used Craig Mack to catapult the Notorious Big, Craig Mack's life could have been changed. If he would have never set up the atmosphere and had Big out there in California and bringing Big to that party, the Notorious Big life may still be here. If he wasn't trying to put the Bloods against the Crips, well, they was already against each other anyway, but use the Crips, maybe Tupac wouldn't have never had that altercation. But if ands, and buts were candies and nuts, like I always say, Christmas would be every day. And I understand that. But he set up the atmosphere for a lot of people. Wolf set up the atmosphere between him and BMF. Come on, man. They say one day you gotta pay the piper. That's why he getting that smoke.
Sauce Money, you brought his name up. He had an issue with Diddy?
For years. Sauce Money is the one who wrote that Missing You, bruh. The number one song for a long, it was a number one song on Billboard. I think he did more than Elvis or anybody. Probably Whitney Houston. But Whitney Houston's the only one did like Triple Diamond or something. But that Sauce Money was like the number one song, and that's what catapulted him into stardom. He didn't pay Sauce Money for years. For years. And Sauce Money wouldn't say this, but I know this to be true. He did a diss song on Puff. Sent it to Jay-Z. Jay-Z called Puff and said, yo, my man, you don't want that diss song to come out about you. This is true story. I think Puff sent him $100,000 or something like that. And that was, but that could have been about 8 to 10 years after that came out. You know how much money he made and show money and everything he did on that? It's crazy.
The next few days will be crucial as more information becomes available and Diddy and Gotti decide on their next course of action. For now, the hip-hop world is anxious to see how one of its most influential figures will handle the biggest challenge of his career. Or will he manage to recover as he has so many times before?